Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome to my channel. My name is Steezy Stu, and today we're going to be playing some more Skate. We're going to be checking out the new Winter Roasters event, Season 2 event, the very first one for Season 2, along with the new update that we just got a couple days ago. So it looks like they kept the same layout with this new seasonal event. We're getting 3 new community parks, so we're going to go ahead and check those out. It looks like we got a new free reward as well. You get some candy cane wheels upon logging in. But first things first, let's go ahead and hop into the shop, see what we got. So we do have a new currency for the seasonal event. So we got a Christmas themed tracksuit in the shop. I will pass on that. Indeed, I definitely will pass on that. Snowflake is the name of the new currency. So we got 10 snowflakes. So with the new currency, you can get some trucks, you can get a sticker, you can get a new banner, icy blue pants, a skirt, some reindeer grip tape, shred the halls board. This is decent. We got some new Vans in the shop. I don't think I've ever seen these ones yet. These are fire. Man, I kind of want to cop some new shoes because I have nearly 1,300 San Van bucks, but I want to save it for a different brand. I'm kind of tired of seeing Vans. But all right, that's the shop right there. As you can see, they got a few new cosmetics for the seasonal event. Nothing too crazy, but let's go ahead and go check out these new community parks. Making our way over to the first community skate park. Little warm up here. Back lip. Oh, that was an accident. I was going for a front board there. Really fun spot to get lines. I seen they added a bunch of new manholes around the map where you can teleport, but the ones that you can teleport on have little turtles on it. So I think they're hinting at a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle collab coming soon. So excited to see how that plays out. Hopefully we get a lot more than just cosmetics, and we get like new skatable areas and stuff like that along with the event. But yeah, sometime during this video, I'll go looking for those manholes and see if we can find one. And I also seen that we can lift up certain grates around the city to make them skatable. So we'll see if we can find those as well. But let's go ahead and check out the first skate park here. Okay, they really went all out with making it look like it's snowing over here. So this is the first park. The design is not too bad. It looks like it's more transition based. I don't really see too many street spots. Street obstacles. When I skate these community parks, I do prefer more of like a street style skate park, more like a street league type of style. Looks like we got some new missions here as well. Let's go ahead and try this out. All right, so we need a sequence of 600, manual in a sequence, nose manual, flip trick into QP, quarter pipe, I'm guessing, all above in one sequence. All right, let's see if we can knock this out. Make sure to get this one in one sequence this time. Tray flip nose manual, don't leeward hill, Wally nose manual. There we go. That's what they wanted us to do. That was a little crazy. But looks like we got a huge mega ramp right here. I do want to try to skate this. So this park is more so for people that like skating big ramps, I feel like. How do we get up there? Like, why do I have to struggle every time just to get on something massive like that? It seems like every time I want to skate something like that, I just got to go through loops and freaking hoops just to get up there. And I'm not with it. I just kind of want to skate, man. Kind of just want to skate. Like, I'm not trying to do all this parkour stuff. I'm not too big of a fan of this community park right now. But let's try to grind one of these rails really quick. Little back tail. Okay, that's pretty cool. Nice. Let's do a nice big air right here. All right, not too bad. First community park. Not really my style. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Before we go, let me just hit this little ramp. Can we land that? All right, on to the next park we go. Check out this layout. One thing I can say about these seasonal events, I wish they would do more with the map instead of just like doing community skate parks. I feel like they're missing out on a big opportunity to make the game feel a little bit more immersive with these events. Like, if the whole map had snow going on right now, it would feel a lot more like an event. But instead, it kind of feels like we just get these skate parks and they just decorate them a little bit and they call that an event. Not really a fan of these seasonal events, but you know, hopefully in the future they can do a little better. And to be honest, it kind of sucks that they have been keeping the same layout with every event that we've had so far. It just feels like copy and paste, to be honest. Like, it feels like the same thing every event. But hopefully sometime in the future they can change it up a little bit, maybe decorate the map a little bit more. But as of right now, this is what we got, so let's go ahead and check it out, make the best of it. Skate through the snow really quick. The snow does slow you down, so at least they have realistic physics, right? We got a little underground section below us. We'll check that out in a second here. Okay. We'll take it. Let's get an ollie big spin. Oh, that's a huge gap. All right, we made our way down to the bottom. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, like, what is this? What is this obstacle? This is so random. It's just like a rail in a pit. Like, I guess this is a skate obstacle. Like, I guess it's skatable. Let's give it a try. I don't know, man. If you ask me, some of these parks be looking like they're AI generated. Like, it's so random sometimes. Drop down to 5-0, I guess, and then pop back up. We barely have enough pop to get up there. I want to see if we can actually do something that looks cool on this. Let's just go for a regular drop down 50-50. Okay, so you could 50-50 pop back up, but the 5-0 was not working. All right, let's see if we can do one more thing. Yeah, I don't know about that obstacle, but skate over these ice cubes. Yeah, I feel like these community skate parks are kind of plain when it comes to like the things that you're able to skate. The design's a bit plain. Like, I wish we had more stair sets, more rails, more ledges, bump to ledges, stuff like that, you know? This is pretty cool. That's actually a nice little rail right there. Okay, that was sick. This is probably the funnest obstacle here right now. There we go. All right, on to the next park, the last and final one. This one looks really nice from the outside looking in. All right, this one's more of a street layout, it looks like. Let's see if we can get some cool tricks here. I don't know how we're supposed to hit these big ass rails without any ramps being next to it. I guess we have to add our own ramps. All right, it's skatable now, but I do wish I had a smaller kicker. Kind of popping a little too high there. Okay, it's a cool little manual pad. All right, let's get a little kickflip from Glenn on this. Okay, that's probably the funnest thing to skate right now at this park. That was crazy. There we go. Dude, like, I don't know what their plan was with these two rails right here, but they could have made these bigger and just like way better, you know? I guess we're supposed to gap to it. Okay, that's all right. Okay, this is a cool little section right here. Like, that's a huge gap. Can we even make that? Okay, we might have enough speed now. There we go, cleared it. All right, this looks pretty unique right here. Maybe we can get a wall ride around this wall. Okay, that's actually dope. That's creative. So out of all the parks I've skated so far today, I think this one's the best one. All right, so it looks like that's gonna do it for these skate parks right now. That's every park we have for the new event. Me personally, I'm not the biggest fan of the community parks. They can be fun if you want to go around and do wacky stuff. But me, I'm more of like a traditional skater when it comes to these skate games. I like skating actual skate obstacles. But you know, it can be fun depending on your style of skating. But let's go around and try to find one of these manholes. So supposedly there's manholes around the city that teleport you to different locations. Okay, we finally found one. As you can see, this sewer right here has a little turtle on it. So these ones you can enter. So let's go ahead and enter it and see where it takes us. So it teleports you to a random spot on the map. It took us over here at the Land of Sharks, over here in Brick Switch. See if we can get a quick line here. I've actually never skated these ledges. They look nice though. Sick line right there. All right, let's hit it again and see if it takes us back or if it takes us to another random spot. Okay, yeah, so it looks like it's gonna keep spawning us in random spots. We can keep hitting the same one over and over. All right, I don't know where we're at, but we're kind of just in a cut somewhere. Okay, it took us to a rooftop. That's pretty cool. That's one way to get up on these rooftops. All right, so I kind of want to go check out this rooftop across the way. And they did add these little vents on top of the rooftops that allow you to kind of like just fly up. You don't really go too high, but it's a really neat feature they added. All right, while we're up here, let's see if we get a nice quick line here. Nice. All right, and last but not least, I know there's a little grate over here that we can make skatable. So let's go ahead and interact with it. Kind of want to try this out for myself. So that's something really cool that they just added to the new update. They're making the world a lot more interactive. Let's see if we can tray flip nose manual this. Oh, we barely got up there. Let's do a nollie late flip out. Sick. Let's keep it going. One of my favorite spots to skate is this right here. Huge backside flip. There we go. But alright guys, looks like that's gonna do it for today's video. So for my final thoughts on the new seasonal event slash new update is that me personally, I'm not really a fan of the community parks. I feel like the layouts could be a lot better, a lot more like skatable. I don't know what else to say. Like I feel like they could be more skatable, I guess. Like I feel like the obstacles really kind of lack. They're kind of plain. They're kind of just like thrown together. But other than that, I do enjoy the update. I do like how you can interact with different objects around the map, like the sewers, the grates, the fire hydrants, stuff like that. Really fun. So yeah, the new update does have its cons, does have its pros. But with that being said, man, if you guys do enjoy my content, please do me a huge favor. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that like button and turn on post notifications. I make videos daily, weekly, all that good stuff. But I hope you guys do enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.